everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with another process video. This is another one from my trip to the East Coast. I have 3 photos of this awesome Italian market here, and I'm kind of going through and showing you I have this new collection that I just picked up from Echo Park, except as I looked at it, the reds, and I was pointing to that at one point, did not match the burgundy, and I just thought it would really fight the photos there. It didn't feel as Italian to me. I know that's kind of crazy. So instead, I find this striped paper from Heidi Swapp, and this thing is old. It's the Heidi Swapp World Traveler collection in duffel. And it has kind of a funny like flip over so that you can use the tags that were on their journaling spots. So then I looked at this other paper, and it has this fleur-de-lis sort of thing. It's kind of grungy, back from when it was grungy, and this is probably like, I don't know, 2007, 2008. There was no date on these papers, and I decided I love that for a background. So that's the World Traveler collection, the dots paper. I did grab some postcard embellishments there, thinking that I might use those, and it was a postcard cut apart paper, thinking I might use those. So I decided I'm going to do like more like a, well, I started out thinking 1/3, 2/3, but then it really ends up being more like half and half. And I want some sort of transition from the striped paper to the dotted paper there, because it feels really abrupt to me. So I go through my stack of faux papers and cardstock, and I find this paper. I was trying to find like to see if I could use that sheet that had been die cut, but I die cut it out of too many spaces, so I couldn't get a full 12 by 12 there. All right, so now I'm going to, I trimmed that striped paper, the duffel paper, up. That cardstock, by the way, is from Basil. And then I'm thinking about maybe mounting it so I have some burgundy paper on either side. First I have to get those everything down. So we stopped at this place and got some cheeses and some meats and a tomato pie, which is a uniquely Philly thing, which I had never had before, which was awesome. And then we also grabbed some cookies for dessert and just lots of really fun things. And we did a picnic in front of Independence Hall while watching an opera, which was very cool. So I am using my EK Success kind of a postage stamp edge punch there. And I like that, to use that on layouts that are not like masculine or feminine. And that there I was deciding that I didn't want to extend that any further over. I thought it would cover too much of the design on the upper right. And by the way, I did flip that to the upper right. I liked how that looked coming out of the top right there instead of the top left, or instead of the bottom right. It just felt like it was flowing out of that corner. And so I'll just get this little strip down here. So this is like, you know, using old papers and going back to when things were very shabby chic, back in like Basic Gray's heyday. And if you've been scrapbooking a while, you'll know about that company. It was fun. It was fun to do something different. And I remember when Bella Boulevard first came out, I thought, ew, that's really bright and it's so clean. And you know, now it's one of my favorite companies to scrapbook with. All right, so I'm still looking at those tags, wondering if maybe I could use those, but first I'm going to go to some ephemera, and this is October Afternoon ephemera. There's a card here that says collect, and that's from the Boarding Pass Miscellany. Boarding Pass was an awesome travel collection from them, and I'm thinking that I can use that, and I can journal on it by just sort of kind of ignoring some of the extra words on there. I am thinking about maybe the explore here, or, and some of this is, I think this is still boarding pass. It also might be, actually I think it's Travel Girl. Thinking about that camera card, but it's a little busy considering that there was not that much, like there already is so much going on in the top right. So now I am looking at my chipboard from the Here and There collection, and that's where these pieces are coming from. It's the chipboard stickers, the globe and the arrow, and I like the rose gold mixed in with this kind of vintagey feeling. So this is a cool way for you to see how you can use old and new together. That frame came from the Crate Paper Here and There ephemera. I'm going through that pocket right now. And then I grabbed that other chipboard arrow from the from that Crate Paper chipboard. So combining, Here and There just came out last year, 2018. Now I have these two buttons from October Afternoon that came out of an ephemera pack, and I thought it would be kind of a cool thing to get them on here. There's a woman in that picture there who has a very bright turquoise shirt on, and right now your attention is kind of going to her, and she wasn't anybody I knew. She was just somebody walking by in the street. This place was so busy there was no way I could have gotten a picture without people in it, like other people in it. So, and I actually took the Bruno brothers picture to begin with because a friend of mine was going to Philadelphia and she's a foodie, so I said, oh, you have to go to this market. So I'm so proud of myself, guys, for using a frame. I usually have a hard time using those unless I put journaling in it, and I did not. I actually let the background paper show through here. Now I did futz with it quite a bit so that I got something in there. You know, I like the way that little curly Q is coming in that upper right corner of that. And just kind of playing here to make sure that that chipboard globe is positioned properly. And then I'm going to add in that October Afternoon button. That came from the boarding pass miscellany. Add that in. I'm having to add foam tape underneath this globe just because the button and that arrow are so high, and it's sitting on top of both of those. So that's what I'm doing here. I put, I think, 2 pieces of tape at least. All right, so I'm liking how that looks, and then I go to these October Afternoon puffy stickers, which are from the Foodie Puffy Stickers, which is just a release, and I added the snack and love this. I thought a little bit of black to help balance the darkness of that top picture would be great, which is what I did there. I'm actually not going to put a title on this. I'm going to let the awning of the deli be the title. I go to find these enamel dots from My Mind's Eye, The Sweetest Thing, and I'm just going to use the turquoise one. There's 3 of them. I'm going to use 3 of them on the layout, and I will finish the turquoise ones up then. I have these sitting on the side of my desk to use up these pieces. So I'm playing around a little bit with where these are going to go, and I'm tucking them under. There used to be a YouTuber who would do that all the time, and I loved that look, and every so often I will tuck mine under if I can. The one I couldn't. So I'm really liking how that looks. So basically I am done, guys, just making sure, just checking out to see if there's anything else I can put on. I have the I think those are the Here and Now stickers, but that is actually not going to work. All right, guys. Here is the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!